One's good, one's bad, yeah, they're really always like this. We don't know who's who, but at least we know who Mike is. They love to complain, they got sports on the brain, and they frequently drive each other insane. It's the good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. The good and the bad and the Mike. It's the good and the bad and the Mike.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Good, The Bad and The Mike. As always, I'm Oisin. That's Cian.
Woo!
And that's Mike.
Hello.
So I mean, after last week's success, Mike is going to keep name dropping everyone. So at some point,
Can I make an announcement? If you feel offended by your name drop, I apologize. Although said people I have apologized to, I don't think are going to listen to this. So
did you actually apologize to anyone?
no, they haven't
Thank
listened.
God.
Yeah, why would you apologize?
In fact, the one person I thought that would give out hasn't even listened to it yet. You know who you are, and I'm ashamed of you.
No, they don't. They don't listen.
No, I think this person does listen usually, and I think
Yeah.
probably has and just knows what he is.
Yes.
You
Has
know
just
what
accepted.
you've done.
You know who you are.
It did also just occur to me that because we were talking about how we're traveling in a few weeks for the NFL in London again, hashtag pod on tour featuring our first
Special guest.
No, shut
Special
up.
guest.
Just special guest. We're not going to say who. Not going to
Yeah,
say who.
just
This is
special
special
guest.
guest.
So special, they don't even know.
Surprise guest. But anyway,
We're gonna surprise release it on him.
I was thinking that we'll have to make sure that you guys sit in the right spot because I still do the point to where I think you will be in my head. And then thinking back on
Do you
it,
actually point?
I stopped pointing. I put my hands in
No,
my pockets now. But I do.
That seems
I
even
still
more
in my
awkward.
head.
You
You're
sit
on
in a
one
chair
side
with
and you're
hands in your pockets.
Sometimes
That seems awkward.
it's comfy. One hand.
Yeah,
I-
he's
if
sitting
I
there.
sit-
No, he's sitting there. You think he's just sitting there, Keane Burns styling it? The entire pod. Just
If I sit
listening.
kind of leaning over to one side, leaning back and over to one side, I can rest one hand on the arm of the chair
Oh, yeah.
with the hand in the
right.
pocket.
Yeah, I thought you meant you had two hands in your pockets.
No,
That
that'd
feels
be
really
weird.
weird and sure.
That is
Yes,
weird.
that would be weird.
That would be very weird.
Ranking, which is weirder? Ocean with two hands in his pockets or Mike playing Apex with his feet up?
Oh yeah, that
don't
is weird.
knock it.
That's weird.
Don't knock it if you don't.
That's 100%
Hey,
weird.
it gets results. It gets results. Playing Xbox with your feet up works. And the worst part about it is though since you've mentioned it to me, I'm so self-conscious of it now. It really throws me off.
But there's no one even
So, I
there.
love that so much. Yeah. But it's the
I
fact
know,
that he
but I'd
knows
be
it's
sitting
weird.
there going, no, they want me to play like the rest of them. They want me to conform to their society.
Oh damn it! I've just checked the Good, the Bad, and the Mike email that I set up to.
There was an
There was a
email.
problem.
No, but I've just realized that on July 13th we got an email from a podcaster concierge at Wisdom, who
Cease and
apparently
desist.
want us on Wisdom. But I was back in July, so does anyone know what Wisdom is?
No fucking crap.
I mean, sell out right now. I'm all for wisdom.
I will get their merch.
No, apparently it'll help us grow our audience.
I'm totally down for putting this on wisdom.
Did they not see the growth we had on the wedding episode? Clearly, we know what we're doing.
Oh, they emailed again on July 15th. Oh, I feel really bad.
You have one job.
Why? Because we got mass emailed.
Yeah, we get a top badge. I'm gonna email them back and be like, hey, sorry.
We took
Okay,
sabbaticals, but we recorded all throughout the sabbatical.
We
Hi.
pre-recorded 10 episodes.
Oh, look, that says Jai. Sorry for not getting my keys.
Oh my! Oh, is this? This is where this episode is going now.
we sent this reply
just
email.
Wisdom.
We
Yeah,
sent
just
this reply
us
email
reply
and we
emails.
sit there and wait and see what happens.
This this
the way
week's
you're
episode,
talking out
Oisin
loud.
gets scammed.
He invests in
Someone
Nigerian
look up
prince.
wisdom and see what it is. It seems pretty solid. It's a podcast app.
The good, the bad, and the wisdoming.
Oh, I like it.
We can get rid of Mike now.
Oh. Is it always
What's it called?
Wisdom.
Because you can always replace the Mike part at the end. Kind of funny.
Wisdom.
Conversations
Wisdom
that
podcast.
matter. Yeah, that's the one.
The Wisdom Podcast is a Buddhist podcast that features interviews with leading thinkers. And
No, no, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
think that's it.
I don't think that's it either. So it's an app.
How much money are we getting?
I don't know. She hasn't said. We get a top
What?
badge.
I have that app, so I have to.
Joinwisdomapp.com. What is wisdom? Is a frequently asked question. It's a pragmatic solution to monetize our expertise. Who needs the Saudi sovereign wealth fund?
We got wisdom.
Oh, while doing good by helping people. Ugh. I actually think I'm just going to ignore her email.
Nah, do it. See what happens. You've already started this pod doing it.
But it looks like it might take work.
Yeah, we'll leave that until you know afterwards.
Every minute you speak will earn a currency that is redeemable for cash rewards.
I'm okay with this.
Is there a cost involved? No cost to be a top mentor. Alright, I'll email her back. See what
On
happens.
today's episode, Ushi joins a cult.
Score!
What is the topic today, boys?
Traveling. I said that.
Oh,
I did say
Did
that
you?
earlier. I did, yeah.
Did you?
I'm pretty
Ah.
sure.
I don't think you did. No, you
I
didn't.
don't think you did.
I'm pretty sure I said we were going to talk about traveling, but then something else came into my head. We veered off in a random direction.
I don't think you ever actually said that.
Yeah, no.
Alright, well, we're talking about traveling. There, are you
It's
happy
not like
now?
we can, at any point, go back and check.
I've literally just said it.
Okay, we're talking about traveling. So here's our emails.
I got distracted. But I just said we're talking about traveling, so work away. Scumbags.
Okay.
Keane was on a premium bus this weekend.
I was on a
Ah.
premium bus this weekend.
You.
Oh boy, it was great.
So what are we
So
talking
do you-
about? What's
do you
on
know
the
the way-
premium bus?
Right, so do you know the way a bus normally has 2 seats on one side and 2 seats on the other?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it had 2 seats on one side and 1 seat on the other, and they were all like armchairs and real thick boy size. With real nice leather. The leather had premium written on it too. That's how you know it's the good stuff.
How many C's are we talking?
Well, big enough for me to comfortably sit in it, so 4 or 5. It was
Ooh.
they were
Hot damn.
comfortable.
Now,
Oh,
now,
this is
hold on.
also right. This is the funniest part, right? So we're getting the bus to the airport. We knew the airport was the first stop was an hour away, and the bus goes on after the airport, doesn't stop at the airport, like it doesn't terminate at the airport. So the bus stops at the airport, and I get up and I turn around, and Nathan's still sitting there. Nathan's the only one who's been to this airport before, and I was like, that's weird that Nathan's not getting up, but I think this is our stop. And then I look over, and Rory's getting up, and I was like, yeah, this is our stop because Rory got off the bus. So I turn back, and Nathan's still just chilling in the back of the bus. It's quite a full bus. He's sitting at the window seat. There's someone sitting next to him because it was assigned seating. He's just sitting there. He's got his big headphones on, just looking out the window. He looks at me, makes eye contact with me, and I just kind of look at him. And then I get off. And then I was sitting there, and I was like, I don't know if Nathan knows we're getting off the bus because he's been here before. And then eventually he did get off the bus, and I was like, what was that about? And he was, oh, see, I forgot it wasn't the last stop. So I was just sitting there waiting for the guy next to me to get up. Then it occurred to me, he might not be getting up.
Nah, he paid for those premium seats. He's gonna
gonna
get his
use
money's worth.
Every second of it.
So it was an hour long.
It was an hour long, and honestly,
I would
wish
pay.
it was
How
longer.
much? What was the price range for premium?
like
and not
15,
premium?
16. We have no idea. I think that was literally the only bus offer was the premium service. Like that was just
Right.
the bus that we could get. It was like 15, 16 quid, and it was
I mean,
great.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, because we didn't even know. We just the bus system's really awkward, but it was good. And then to just wait 4 hours at the airport because Delays are fun. It was kind of fun watching Rory descend into madness as usual. It's always the fun part. Going
That
home.
poor bastard.
Some people aren't built to travel. He is one of them.
Oh god.
So would you be more budget-wise, like taking the budget holiday, or would you kind of go? Yes, high end's the opposite, would you? High end, not even high end. I'm gonna.
I doesn't have
Yeah, no.
any monies to go high end.
I've decided I'm going to avoid Ryanair if at all possible from now on. Cause it
Really?
just,
Because
yeah,
I take Ryanair over Aer Lingus. Any of the
Yeah.
I've got
you just have
multiple
to,
ranting points on this.
if I have to go Ryanair, I if it's a semi like if it's over an hour and a half and I have to go Ryanair, I'm gonna have to buy an emergency row ticket, or seat, because my knees just lock up if I
Ah.
sit in one position for too long.
Haha.
Okay, you are a
And
fair
it's
bit taller than me.
so much. It's so
This is-
fucking sore.
This is the advantage I have is I'm so small, take up so little space. I never have a problem with my
Yeah,
air
no,
seating.
I have not had an issue with that.
When
Yeah,
Rory
oh.
and I were flying back from Milan at the start of the summer, I was really excited because I was in. I got like what they label it as extra legroom seat in row 2 on Ryanair, but it's actually the one just in front of the wall,
The wall, and you don't
so you
have
can't
extra
even stretch
room.
your legs out in front of it, like
Yes.
in the seat in front of you. And for the last half hour, I was in pure agony. Like as soon as the woman sitting beside me kept giving me funny looks because I was trying to move my legs around, to move the position my knees were in. But as soon as we landed, I was standing up just because I fucking couldn't hack it anymore. And I had to make it clear that I wasn't trying to rush either of the two people in the aisle because I was in the window seat. I just needed to stand up because I was in so much pain.
Ah, while we're on that subject and rushing there, I was on a plane. I was in London there a few weeks ago, and the funniest interaction I've ever seen after. You know when you're on a plane and everyone's kind of getting up and getting their bags, and sometimes your bag is
Mhm.
moved and it's like 5 seats back,
Yeah.
Yes.
but you can't beat the queue. You can't say, out of
yes.
the way, I need to go. So she's sitting there. She's the closest to the exit. No one else is ahead of her. And she's asking someone, "Excuse me, there. Do you mind grabbing my bag?" The guy looks at her, direct eye contact, shuns her, and just walks straight by her out the thing. And we're all like, "Oh my god!"
Incredible.
And she's also in shock. She's like, "I did not expect that to happen."
Yeah.
The guy just walked on. Like, I
No,
think
'cause,
there's
like-
some sort of etiquette when it comes to exiting a plane.
Yeah.
You go row by
Some
row.
sort of helping.
Like yesterday, right? We landed like 1 a.m. and I was like sitting on the plane and I was just waiting. And your one next to me got up fairly fast. I was sitting in the middle, and your one next to me got up and someone let her out, and I was still sitting in my seat, and I was like, I'll get up in a second. And she got up and your one let her out, and I was still sitting in the chair, and your one was standing in the aisle. She kind of looked at me and she went, "Do you want to go now?" And I was like, all right, now I have to get up because she's waited for me. But I was going to let a few more pass before I bothered to get up. And then I felt really awkward because everyone was standing there. I had to get up and then I had to get my bag and my coat, which I'd have up in the higher thing. And then everyone was just standing there for a good minute as I waited and got my shit.
That is
Felt really awkward. I feel like if someone's not standing up, you should just walk past them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. That's fair. But the original question on the budgeting, I am
Yes.
more of a depends on where I'm staying, how long I'm staying. Depends on how much I'm willing to spend on a room and flights.
Oh, 100%. I tend to try and go cheaper, but one of the things I have learned in my old age is sometimes it is better to pay more to get a better service.
Yes, you are very old. I can agree with that.
I'm very old
age.
at that, yes, yes.
It's not me mentioning age this time for any listeners who aren't happy about that may have called me out on it before. This one wasn't me.
Hey, sorry, Yoshi. We've agreed. No, we're just dropping names.
Just
Say
saying
it out.
I'm not going to drop the name of a loyal listen. I don't know if actually loyal
Yeah,
might
probably
not be, probably not anymore. But
This is
you
how
know who
find
you
out is
are, and
name
if you're
drop,
still
and
listening,
then-
let us
Yeah.
know.
But,
If not, I'm gonna drop some names.
if I'm staying more than 4 days in a hotel, then I'm going decent enough hotel room.
You're not fond of 4 days in a hostel?
I will only
No.
I only do hostels on one condition. I know everyone in that room is also
Yes.
in said hostel room.
Don't
Yes,
happen.
Maybe
I am.
2 days
The-
max.
Oh.
You don't have a
100 on that.
Damien happen.
No,
No.
no. I like my underwear not stolen, thank you. I was just naming names.
He doesn't listen to the podcast. But also,
You don't
it wasn't
know.
just his underwear; it was a bag of dirty underwear.
But Debbie might listen. Oh shit, I've name
Oh,
dropped.
shit.
We've done it again.
It's okay. No, I don't think her name's Debbie. I think we just call her Debbie, so it's fine.
No, yeah, Debbie was. It's never too bright for cans.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Lovely woman.
Lovely one. Bandage hands and a 2-liter bottle of cider.
If ever
Tesco
Usheen-
cider.
If ever
Tesco
Usheen
cider.
was going to get a tattoo, it would be never too late for cats.
Never too bright for cans.
She also said it was never too bright to get a tattoo.
She did say that. That woman was full of the wisdom.
She had another one. What was the other one? Cans, tattoo, and she had a third one. I can't remember what the third one is.
I can't remember either. That was a really weird evening.
That was the evening those two people showed up who I assumed were Olsen's friends because they helped him with his nosebleed, and then turns out he'd never met them before in his life. That was really weird.
Incredible scenes. I do like that. Looking back on it now, I do like that we were standing outside waiting for an ambulance to come, just talking about whether or not to get cans.
No. We weren't. You were. You were going. It's 10 to 10. If we need to get cans, we need to leave now.
Well, I wasn't wrong, and you were all like, "Oh no, it's too bright for cans."
It was very bright.
And then Debbie came in with her wisdom. We've never seen her again. Some
Some
say
say
she was an angel,
Exactly
imparting
my
wisdom
thought
upon
process.
us.
Good old Debbie.
After she said that, she
Absolute
said, "My
legend.
job here is done."
She just kind of, she just kind of walked off into the horizon, and we never saw her again.
Maybe she had her hands bandaged because she was a resurrection of Jesus.
Jesus.
Maybe she's Beetlejuice cans, and we just said cans too many times, and she showed up.
We've
try it
we're saying
again.
cans a lot now, so where is she going to show up?
But we're not
Mine?
together.
That's true.
Yeah.
So is she going to show up at my house or your house?
I'd rather she
Debbie
not go
watch.
to mine because there is a chance a screwdriver goes in.
I think she's more of a cider girl, to be fair, but, you know, I'd probably take whatever.
Hey.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. But yes, unfortunately for me, Megan is the complete opposite when it comes to hotels.
Oh, it's just, yeah, she does appear to be somebody who, as in she likes the pricier ones, I'm assuming, is
I
what
mean,
you're...
without a doubt.
high end.
Yes, she does give off that aura of she enjoys.
We were at a
expensive
nice,
things in life.
we had a nice, lovely 3-star hotel, which we were only staying in this hotel room for maybe at most 10 hours.
3 stars, Mike. You cheapskate.
How
She was like,
fucking dare you?
Yeah, she was like, "The area is a shithole. It's a shanty town." I was like, "It's Westminster."
Yeah.
Well, it didn't
fucking
look safe.
shanty down.
It didn't look safe, and I was like, "Why?"
There's like Kevin Street.
Full of Brits, that's why.
Look at all the dodgy shops here, and I'm like, "Just because they're not branded doesn't mean it's dodgy." She goes, "Michael, it wasn't safe," and I was like, "I feel like it was beyond me, to be honest."
Another
Absolutely
issue
incredible.
of geography with Megan.
Like here,
Megan, who
here's what I
wanted
want.
us to talk about science, music, or
Yeah.
the dating
This guy.
scene.
This was
Right.
the compromise. So we were spending one night in London,
Yes.
right? It was for Shad's 30th.
Naming names again, Mike.
Yeah, oh, never names.
Oh,
But it's
classic
Shad's 30th.
Shan.
Yeah,
I mean, you
It was
already
her turn, yeah.
named her last week, so
Yeah.
I suppose.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's not fair. You can't name someone twice. Come on, Mike, get your shit together.
What I was gonna say. No, it was
Okay,
her
someone
30th.
who shall not be named 30th. Yes, Mike.
Yes.
We just
So
edited
we're
it out
staying
later.
there.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're spending.
Fuck that.
We're spending one night.
I'll send it on to
Fine.
you and you can edit it again.
We're
Yeah.
coming back. We're coming back late tonight anyway, so we probably won't get home till about into the room till about like 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself, all right. So this room is pretty much just to sleep for a few hours. That's it. I was like, all right. I found one for 80 quid, which was a hostel because there was 4 of us. It was a nice room. There was 4 of us. It was
No,
close to the
Mike.
venue. Only us in the hostel. She's like,
No.
I will get mugged, killed in this. I was like, you know the other 2 people in the room. She wanted to spend 500. I was like, what?
That does
Oh,
not
but-
surprise me.
It really
Yeah.
doesn't, yeah.
So we
Ooh.
found a compromise and spent 150 each.
Oh, that's not even a compromise. That's just a lot of money.
I was
I know.
expecting, so we found a compromise and I spent €450 at a hotel.
It was the only compromise, and I was sitting there. Well, because, you know, we're in Westminster. But still, shantytown. You heard it here first. Westminster equals shantytown.
Avoid at all costs.
You will get stabbed. Maybe by Megan, but no.
But, yeah, no. And unfortunately, although, we did have a big improvement one of the days this year, which is a massive step forward for her. I used to always have to pay for the extra seating so we could sit together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We've got a big step improvement. Megan did not. She flew on a chair by herself.
Incredible.
Now, I was behind her both times, but it was still well done, Megan.
Did you get randomly allocated seats and choose behind you, or did you pay for the one behind her?
I had that seat. I had to pick because I was bringing an extra bag, so I got the free choose a seat.
Uh,
So I chose. But it's baby
You
steps.
didn't choose to sit beside her.
I did. Oh no, I couldn't sit beside her. I could only sit behind because I had to wait for her to check in, then get to
yeah.
choose my seat. I couldn't just pick my seat and go, Megan, choose quickly. But fair play, Megan, if you're listening to this at some point.
She's not. but
Probably,
yeah.
no, almost definitely not.
She said she would, but I doubt it.
She's going to pop her head in there going, nah, I won't.
She said she'd
Nah,
listened
but-
to last week's podcast as well, and I'm pretty sure she hasn't.
She said
No,
she
did
listened
you
to
not
that
just
tonight.
ask her? Oh.
Yeah, we asked her tonight. She
Yeah.
said she listened tonight. Traveling wise, how long would you spend traveling? Like, what's a reasonable time? Like on a flight or a train?
Depends where we
That
going.
really depends, yeah, where you
Well,
want to
how long
go.
would you like to, like,
Like,
Or
if I
I'd
want to
say
go
any-
to New
anywhere
York, I'm
over
not going to
3
go. I'm not
hours.
traveling more than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You get
Anywhere
there in
over
an hour
3
and a
hours,
half.
and I start to hate it.
uh,
I can do 2.5, 3 hours, no problem.
yeah, you won't like Singapore then.
No, I won't. That's why I don't want to, like...
So,
That's-
I've been to
16.
Florida, and that's 6 hours, or 7 hours. That was horrible.
wait,
Singapore's like a
Keen, you
16
don't want to
hour.
go to Singapore?
No.
You
Oh shit,
obviously-
Mike, do we have to cancel? How much is it to cancel the flights this weekend? For the
I don't know. It's fine, it's fine. We'll do the kidnapping.
Just
Just give me some
Oh,
sleeping
weekend of-
tablets.
We'll weekend the Bernie's and through airport security. We'll put him in the wheelchair and sign him in that way. He just can't walk.
Mike, if there's a special in Singapore this year, you going to see the granny?
So that special happened on the weekend.
Oh,
that
it
was a
did, didn't it?
regional, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
regional.
It did just happen. Kind of
It
forgot
did.
about that.
Yeah. It was also Lost Origin.
It was, yeah. Weird. They also had
Yeah.
junior and senior and masters top 8.
Yeah, I saw it too. That was strange.
Well, could be. Damn. But yes, I'm quite used to frequent travels of 16 plus hour trips. So long planes and train rides do not faze me. At all.
Why? How often? When's the last time you were in Singapore?
I want to say 7 years ago.
So you're well used to them?
You're well used to it.
Well, because I used to go back and forth, like, prior to my whole international citizenship argument.
Well used to it, lad.
Prior to, when they let you in the country.
Yes. And
I get you now.
there was a stage where if I did go into the country, I would be arrested outside.
Nice.
But that's been cleared, I think. I hope.
Yeah, see, you've asked me to go to Singapore a couple of times. and genuinely the most compelling reason I want to go is see if you get arrested.
That is a fair point.
It's like this would top any other story I have about trying to talk Mike into a
I
country.
do
about
have,
talking him into
yeah,
Singapore.
that'd be
Now,
absolutely
to be fair,
incredible.
it's kind of annoying. Now, Singapore Airport is the greatest airport in the world. You could generally spend a whole day there and not even take a flight because they have so many amenities, everything you need.
Its security isn't as good as Donegal. Just saying.
Its passport control thing is one of the most intimidating things I've ever seen in my life. So you go down, you start on the second floor, right? That's where all the rifles come in, second floor. You go down an escalator straight to the ground floor where customs is. And the border patrol. And the first floor is just surrounded by the army, just watching. It's the most intimidating thing you'll ever see. They're just watching to see what happens with their guns.
Yeah.
It's not like in
Yeah, I'm not
Dublin
okay
where
with
it's
that.
just you catch guys off guard going, shit, I wasn't working.
Yeah.
Next,
Go,
next.
Go. It's amazing.
And to be fair, border control, not as preachy in Singapore as much other places. Germany, yeah, that isn't. You can suck
Is it their
dick.
fault that you have an Irish passport and don't look Irish?
See, I don't
That's a
mind
bit
that.
racist.
No, I
It
don't
is a little
mind that,
bit,
but at the
that's
same
just
time,
Germany for you.
though, they were doing all this intense thing because I was trying to leave the country, not enter it.
Why would anyone
Leave.
want to leave Germany? That's your issue.
That's it. Yeah, why would I show them my Irish passport while having a plane ticket to Ireland? Of course, suspicious.
Very. Did he ask you for your ticket where you were going?
He asked where I was going was the first question he asked. Then he
Yeah,
asked for my
figured.
passport. Then he asked for my ID. Then he asked for more identification, followed by more. We
I
got to
just
the
remember
stage
you
of
sitting there
student
going
leave
like,
card.
I can't. Yeah, I have no more IDs to give you. And him just going,
There's no more.
more IDs.
Next up was going to be that Cineworld with my face on it. But yeah, Keane has talked me into many a country because of
Yeah.
the low-key racism that is airport security.
I think it's actually just Germany you have most problems with.
Sweden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweden didn't even
Oh.
talk to me.
You
This
would be
is the worst
very
part.
unhappy, Mike, when we went. We were going to Bilbao.
Why?
We're all right. First of all, the weirdest thing happened. So we were in Terminal 2 because we were Aer Lingus, and then we went to Terminal 1 to get breakfast because that's what you do.
Yeah.
And we were in the gate. You know, we're down where we were in Donegal. You know, the
Yes.
little room with the gates.
Where
We were
I
in
thought I saw my aunt.
335. Yes. So we were down there. We were like, that's strange. And then we went down there, and there was no sign of any of it. So we left, and I was the only one who checked. I was like, no, I'm sure it said 335. And then we went back up to the boards and says, yeah, 335 Bilbao, 1 o'clock. And then it also had 10 to 1 Manchester, 335. And then 10, like 1:15 Paris, 335. And we were
Is
like,
that the mini
this is
terminal?
weird. Yes. So we had to mini terminal it to the other terminal, which the lads were all freaked out about because they'd never done it before. And then we get there, and the machine was set up to have the weirdest beep of all time. But the first beep came, and then there was a good 5 or 10 seconds between everyone's second beep. And it was hilarious. Just
For
proper
those
beep,
of you,
beep.
for those that don't understand why that triggers me, I once made a mistake of thinking I had the right flight. I booked the flight later on that day, but still showed up with the lads at the gate, went through all the security measures, because yes, my ticket's still valid, went to that plane, didn't work, and then I was the later flight, which is fine, I got the stick for it, I still get the stick for it, but
Yes.
the next trip on, I was on edge, and Keane was being an absolute dickhead the entire time going, yes, that's what time my flight is. Yes, that's what time I'm flying out at.
I mean, at least it wasn't the other way around, and you were
That
actually the
is-
earlier flight.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that
that's-
is also true. But then when we're flying back out, Keane's still being a dick. I'm still on edge going, yes. First trip, again, since the incident. Yeah, no, this is the right thing. And Keane's right behind me. He's like going, are you sure it's this flight? Are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm positive it's this flight. I go to do my scanning of the boarding pass, and I swear, everyone else was just simple beep, 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 beep. It comes to me, it beeps once, and it was maybe only 2 seconds, but it
There
felt
was
like
a
5 minutes, a
noticeable,
noticeable pause,
yeah.
and I'm sitting there going, not again. All I can hear is Keane laughing his ass off behind me. The person in front is just going, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Then it beat that. I was like, "Thank fuck."
Yeah, it was kind of hysterical.
But hey, I passed the curse on. Oshid had the most recent.
Did he?
Oh, what was mine?
Yeah, he was Carcassonne.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
me.
Jesus.
Ah, that was insane.
We missed the podcast because of that.
That was
We
that was
did.
Oh,
So,
boy.
yeah, I went to visit my sister in France for one night. One night. And then I was trying to book my train back to the airport the next day, and there was no trains. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And we had
You
heard.
walked to the train station, did you, or something?
We did after we had heard a loud
Ah.
bang earlier in the evening when we were sitting there, when we were sitting eating dinner. We were like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" No idea. This was like across the city, so it was very loud. And we walked to the train station. I was like, "I'll just check the train in times in person," and there was tons of police all around the place, and tons of people standing outside the train station, and we were like, "Okay." I don't speak a word of French. My sister speaks a small bit. So we were looking online, like what the fuck happened in Montpellier, and some guy had drove a lorry off the road onto the tram tracks and took out the electric lines above the tram tracks, and that was the loud bang we'd heard. And we were like, "Oh, that's okay, that makes sense." But then why is there still tons of police around and everyone else? And we kept looking, and it turns out there was a bomb threat in the train station. We were like, "Oh, okay." So I had to stay an extra night and get a flight from Marseille the following day. And I show up to the airport in tons of time because I was worried about the trains. So I ended up showing up in time to get the earlier flight to Dublin,
That's fair. I would have done the same.
which was really irritating because I had to sit around, and Marseille airport is shit. It's a shit airport. I
What
won't
you're saying is it's no Singapore.
It is not. It is no Singapore. So I was sitting there, and then once it gets towards my flight, I went through passport control, the self-service one. And I scanned my passport, and there was no one else going through it. I was like, "Oh, I'm a bit early. This makes sense." Scanned my passport, walked through, and one of the passport guys runs out and goes, tells me to stop, and he's saying something in French to me, and I don't speak French, so I was like, "I don't speak French." And then someone else came through. He was told them to stop, and I just kind of standing there, and they were French, so he was able to talk to them. And I was just standing there like, what the fuck is going on here? And she thankfully spoke English and turned to me and went, "Oh yeah, so there's actually no flight on their records, so they don't know why." Like, she was also going to Dublin. She's like, they don't know why we're coming through because there's no flight on their records at all. And we were standing there for 10 minutes while they had to like call people at Ryanair, I assume, and go, "Here, what's the story? Is there a flight or isn't there?" And eventually they were like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then there was a whole 13 people on the plane. I had like 8 rows to myself. It was fucking
That's
bliss.
yeah.
But
I've
it
never
was
actually been
so
on a flight with
stressful
that
getting
people.
there.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, by the way, your flight doesn't exist.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? But we made it home. That's why we missed
Eventually.
one of the podcast episodes.
Oh, that was the
Wasn't there?
technical issues.
Yeah.
Yes, that was technically.
Ocean was technically still in France.
Yeah.
Yes. Technically not wrong.
Yeah, I know.
We could have recorded, but we lack all the.
Did you
tools
know,
to do it.
Mike, that there was one week that we didn't record, but Ocean wanted to rant, so he was going to
Yes.
do a solo
It was-
episode?
Yeah, it was the weekend we were in London when Megan did her flight by by
Yes.
herself.
Yes.
Keane was back at that point. We could have recorded a 2-person podcast, but we
good,
played
the bad,
Apex
and the
instead, and
question
then I
mark?
wasn't as pissed off anymore because I shot people.
Yeah, that
Did you
doesn't tend
what?
to help.
Because I shot people. We were playing Apex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Jesus. You heard it here first, folks. He's just admitted to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we
Yeah.
got him.
This whole
That
podcast-
homicide that happened June bank holiday weekend up in Finglas.
This whole
no longer
podcast
unsolved.
is just being
Yeah.
an attempt to get me to admit to shooting people. I like it.
Even though it started a year before we knew it was going to happen. Just knew.
It was always going to happen eventually.
She can snap kill someone.
And on that note, I think we'll probably end it there.
Good no. Good transition, Zolchin.
Just to make sure people don't we don't finish on the fact that I may or may not have snapped and killed someone. Mike
This is
wants
why you
everyone
stop
to
saying
know.
death comes to us all.
Mike wants everyone to know after last week's episode that he's not a sex pest. And he
I don't
made
even
that,
remember this part.
he made that very clear when we were on the Xbox earlier. He wants everyone to know that he thought that
Why,
we
what
made
did
him
we say
sound like a
last week?
sex pest.
I don't remember
You
this
were
at
talking
all.
about Da Vinci's, and then there was the thing about
Oh,
Amsterdam
yeah.
and him getting distracted by the strip clubs.
None of this has happened, and it's a complete assassination on my character.
Yeah, but they're all true, Mike. That's the
You
thing.
did say that you thought we made you sound like a sex pest.
That is true.
Are you saying
did.
that you don't want people to know you're not a sex pest?
I do want people to know I'm not.
There you go. I'm doing you a favor. And on that uplifting note, we're gonna end the episode. And remember, thanks for listening, and remember to feed the algorithm and fuck the system.
Hey, we can add Mike is not a sex pest to
Can
the,
we
the end
not?
outro there.
Okay, all right.
Just so, just so people know.
Let me do that
We
again
want people
just to
to know.
test it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
thanks for listening. Remember to feed the algorithm, fuck the system, and Mike is not a sex pest.